right, folks, it's time for another Random Rush. You know how this works. I listen to Rush Limbaugh randomly for 60 seconds. I respond with 90. It is now 1:18 p.m. East Coast time. Let's check it out.
Golly, you look at what he's doing. In the meantime, the Republicans sometimes act embarrassed of Reagan. Or if Reagan's over, we sit here and watch Obama, of all people, attempt to emulate Reagan, not in policy, but in achievement. It's a stunning. Charles Krauthammer, yesterday, Fox News, special coverage, Obama's immaculation.
There's not a line here that will ever be repeated, but I think very important historically, because this was really Obama unbound. And I think what's most interesting is that Obama basically is declaring the end of Reaganism in this speech. Remember, he once said that Ronald Reagan was historically consequential in a way that Bill Clinton was not. And what Obama meant is that Obama had changed the ideological course of the country.
No, what Obama was that Reagan had changed the ideological course, and Reagan did it, and Obama didn't like that direction. Obama wanted to come along and be transformational like Reagan, and he's in the process of doing it. And nobody is trying to stop it. So, again, I say just for the purposes that you can trust what you hear here. I issued this prediction / warning weeks ago.
I think it's fair you go along because it's Random Rush, not Random Krauthammer.
Right. Well, I'm going to go answer him in 90 seconds. Well, first off, I got to say, Rush Limbaugh sounds about as depressed and perhaps drunk as I've ever heard him.
Yes.
That guy sounds like he got no sleep last night. There might be trouble on the home front with Rush Limbaugh. But here he is trying to argue that no, Reaganism's still alive. And we spoke about Obama's speech early in this program. At the very least, and maybe only on that level, but rhetorically, he has made the argument that collectivism, that government, that society as a whole has a role to serve. It's the reason why we, the people, formed a more perfect union, or attempt to form a more perfect union, that we organized as a government and as a society to achieve these goals. And apparently that's really depressing Rush Limbaugh. And I'm not the only one of even Charles Krauthammer and I agree that at the very least, rhetorically, you're going to have a new generation. My generation grew up with Reagan and adopted all that bunk that the government was somehow a problem to the free markets. But I think Obama made it very clear that you need to have some form of collectivism to help the vast majority of people, and that's the point. And apparently that really depresses Rush Limbaugh, and that, on top of it, makes me that much happier.